Good morning, children. In this session, we will learn about the evolution of the Earth. How the Earth was formed. Evolution means forming, birth of the Earth. So many scientists they are doing still researches and debating on how the Earth was formed. Most scientists are of the view that Earth began to form around 4.5 billion years ago. So the scientists are studying about that and they are doing researches and they are discussing. According to the scientists, the Earth was formed around 4.5 billion years ago. The Earth has reached its present form through several phases. So the Earth structure of the Earth, internal structure of the Earth is slowly changing and it is formed at a present day Earth. It began as a ball of swirling dust and clouds and passed through a molten stage. It began as a ball of swirling dust and clouds. Dust, so it is Earth is like a ball. So in that ball, Earth, so much dust is there and clouds, and it is swirling and slowly it changed into a hot planet. At that time, the Earth was very hot and was constantly bombarded by massive rocks and other material. So the Earth was a swirling ball, and that ball was bombarded by massive rocks, means hit by rocks and other materials. Here, rocks means how the rocks are came in the space, means the rocks are separated from the planets when they are rotating in the space, and other materials means dust particles from the space. These all bombarded against this Earth. In this way, the size of the Earth grew. So, so after hitting so many rocks and because of swirling dust and clouds, it became as a slowly the size of the Earth began slowly it is coming to growing. The Earth was so hot, then it was molten. First of all, the the Earth was very hot because it is separated from a big burning object, and slowly it began to cool down. If you boil a thick soup containing many containing many substances, you may observe that the heavier particles tend to go to the bottom and lighter particles come to the top. Suppose if you boil anything, so soup, you are boiling something soup, so lighter particles will come up of the bowl and heavier particles will go down. Another example we can say, when we are boiling the milk, the lighter particles will come up and heavier particles will go down. So the lighter particles will form like a thin layer. How the milk on milk bowl will form like this. The when the earth is molten, so the lighter particles will come upper surface of the earth and heavier particles will be remain at the middle of the center of the earth. Similarly, while heavier substances formed the part of the molten core, lighter substances rose to the surface of the cooled. Slowly, an upper crust of lighter and cooler materials formed covering the molten interiors. So, like this, the lighter particles will come up of the soil and it form as a layer which we call as crust. As the Earth's interior continued to cool, it contracted, and the outer crust wrinkled, forming ridges and basins, low areas which became oceans later. So the interior continued to cool. So interior part of the Earth becoming cool, and it contracted. Contracted means become very near, and the outer crust wrinkled, forming ridges. So when inner part is contracting, outer part will become spread, stacked, and that outer part material will form like a ridges means mountains and low areas means valleys and oceans like this formed in the earth. The atmosphere of the earth consists of different kinds of gases including water vapor. So the atmosphere of the earth consists of different kinds of gases. We know already different gases are there in the air: nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, and like this. So including the water vapor. So in the earth there may be some percentage of water vapor also there in the atmosphere. Most of these gases were such that life as we know it today could not have survived on it. So the gases such that life as we know it today. So in the gases you also have some oxygen. So without oxygen we cannot live on the earth. It did not have oxygen which is necessary for us. It look it took a long time for the air we breathe to develop. So most of the gases, carbon dioxide will be more in the atmosphere. So it took a long time to form the oxygen for the air we breathe to live on the earth. The rain filled the great basins on the earth's crust with water. Thus the oceans were formed. The rain field, when the rain is occurring, that rain water will fill the great basins. Basins means just like storing areas of the water on the Earth's crust. So, like that, the oceans were formed. Perhaps one of the long span of Earth's history, the planet Earth remained barren and lifeless. So many after forming of the Earth, after so many years, the Earth is remained barren without life. Barren means empty. There is no living thing was born at the time. Then life appeared in the oceans. Slowly, the life was formed in the oceans. It slowly evolved into diverse plants and animals, including human beings, over millions of years. So slowly, the living things are happened to born in the oceans, and slowly, human beings also evolved on the earth millions of years ago. Next topic is internal structure of the earth. The earth was formed 4.5 billion years ago, but we don't know what is the structure, internal structure of the earth. Generally, we will get some doubts how the internal earth will be and what will be in the internal earth of the earth and how much distance from surface to crust area to middle of the earth. Generally, we will dig only some kilometers to take deepest mines. We can dig only some kilometers, few kilometers, but we cannot dig until the center of the earth. The distance between the crust means upper surface of the earth to interior center part of the earth is nearly 6,000 kilometers. So the earth is made up of three main layers. First one is crust, second mantle, third core. So like this, three parts, it is divided into three parts. First we learn about crust. What is the crust? We live on the outer part of the earth, which is called the crust. We are living on the earth, surface of the earth, it is called as crust. We saw in the last section how this layer was formed. So when how the crust was formed, we learned in previously because of this uh, molten stage, how the earth was molten and how the crust was formed to land. This layer goes up to a depth of 30 to 100 kilometers. 30 to 100 kilometers means from upper surface of the earth means to 100 kilometers it is called as crust. The crust really consists of various kinds of rocks. In this crust area there are so many different types of rocks we can find. The second layer is mantle. It is 100 kilometers to 2,900 kilometers in the thickness. So your crust is 30 kilometers to 100 kilometers and mantle covers the area from 100 kilometers to 2,900 kilometers depth. So the upper part of the mantle is a pliable layer over which the crust floats. So the upper part, crust, mantle. The crust will ply on mantle. So both are interchange sometimes. So the mantle will come up and core will go down. So it is pliable, both are pliable. This consists mainly of chemicals called silicas. So in this mantle, what materials will find is mostly chemicals and they also called as silicates. Next, third part is core. The core is 2,900 to 6,376 kilometers in thickness. After mantle, third layer is core. So this core covers 2,900 kilometers to 6,376 kilometers in thickness. It is composed of dense and heavy substances like iron and nickel. So in this layer you find some minerals like iron and nickel we can find in this layer. It can be divided into two sublayers. The inner part of the core is divided into two parts, outer core and inner core. You see this in this picture. This is outer core and this is inner core. Outer core 2,900 kilometers to 5,100 kilometers composed of liquid metallic material like nickel and iron. This outer core covers 2,900 kilometers to 5,100 kilometers. In this layer, we can find some liquid metallic material like nickel and iron. Next, inner core. The solid inner core, it is 5,100 kilometers to 6,376 kilometers of the Earth is made up of iron compounds and heavy substances like gold. So here, this inner core from 5,100 to 6,376 kilometers, this area is a house of some compounds like iron and also gold. Interestingly, matter from deep inside the mantle shoots up through volcanoes and fissures on ocean floors and cools down to form Earth's crust. So here, interior of the Earth, because of temperature, there are so many substances will boil and that liquid material will come up of the crust area through fissures and gaps. In many regions on the earth, part of the earth's crust enters into mantle and once again becomes molten. So the crust and mantle are both are pliable. Sometimes mantle will come up and crust will go inside. So this constant process of formation and destruction of the crust explains the fact that our earth is still very active. So by this process, we can say the earth is very active means the layers of the earth is still crust and mantle and inner core and outer cores both are moving. The crust on which we live is still being changed by earthquakes. So when earthquakes are forming, automatically the inner part of the materials in core will try to come above the surface of the crust. So when the pressure will be more in the interior part of the earth, that time the earthquakes, volcanoes will happen. Subtraction of land and rise of mountains due to process happening deep down the earth. So because of pressure, mountains, because of pressure, inner part of the earth, the outer part of the earth will be movable. Like that, mountains will form. This process happening deep down the earth.